Hello friends, I am glad to inform you about this particular order of the Honorable Supreme Court wherein Tushar Bhai Rajnikant Bhai versus State of Gujarat, there was a contempt case filed against an SLP, and the Honorable Supreme Court has issued contempt notices to various contemnors, including the Commissioner of Police Gujarat as well as the Deputy Commissioner of Police and the investigating officer, that is Inspector of Police, as well as the District Magistrate as well. All right. So what happened was, the brief factum of the case is, this Mr. Tushar Bhai has obtained an anticipatory bail from the Honorable Supreme Court of India by way of an SLP, and that was submitted to the particular investigating officer, mentioning the existence of that particular Supreme Court's order, and thereafter the investigating officer has arrested Mr. Tushar Bhai because there was a cheating case which was instituted against him, and because a civil dispute was converted into a criminal dispute, and an FIR was lodged against him in order to pressurize him. And the moment this Mr. Tushar Bhai has produced the order of the Honorable Supreme Court of the SLP, wherein the Honorable Supreme Court has granted him an anticipatory bail, the same was produced before the IO, whereas the IO has arrested him, and he has taken a personal bond, and thereafter that is a usual process, because arrest, even if we get an anticipatory bail, we are bound to get arrested, but we should be released immediately on the production of surety amounts or a personal bond. Then this gentleman was released, but again immediately later on a petition was moved before the court of Honorable Magistrate, and thereafter this person was for the police custody, and the custody petition was allowed, and the court was pleased to grant police custody to the police. So there happens the contempt, because the court below was aware of the order of the Honorable Supreme Court, but in spite of it, malafidely the magistrate would have passed this order, and thereafter in the recent times the Honorable Supreme Court has issued notices to including the magistrate and the police officials as well. And when the matter came up for the hearing on the 7th of August, that is just a day before yesterday, 2 days back, then the Honorable Supreme Court has heard the matter at length. Almost 20 advocates, nothing less than 12 to 15 advocates on each side have represented before the Honorable Supreme Court, including the additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju has represented from the government of Gujarat side. So out of that, the result was the Commissioner of Police and the Deputy Commissioner of Police were discharged from the contempt, because there was no specific allegation against them that they have done the contempt, except considering the vicarious responsibility part. Therefore the Honorable Supreme Court has discharged them. Now the Honorable Supreme Court has found 2 people culpable in this entire matter, that too because the order of the Honorable Supreme Court was flouted. The Honorable Supreme Court found 2 people guilty. Number 1, the investigating officer. Number 2, the magistrate. Now the magistrate and the investigating officer, both of them are convicted. Now the Honorable Supreme Court has ordered them to be produced personally, make them present personally before the Honorable Supreme Court on 2nd September 2024, so that the sentencing part will be done. That's all. So my dear friends, the time has come. Nowadays the rule of law is supreme. Everybody needs to understand that, because there is no immunity except for few high profile dignitaries like the President of India or Governor. The IPC cases as well as the contempt of court cases are very dangerous. The rule of law has to be upheld, and the Honorable Supreme Court was pleased to uphold the rule of law, and the Contempt of Courts Act is a very draconian and dangerous act, because everybody has to honor the orders and judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. We must understand that under Article 141, 142 and 144, the orders, decrees and the judgments passed by the Honorable Supreme Court against any parties are binding in the entire country, including the civil and judicial authorities, and also each and every person, my dear friends. So let us be aware of this particular thing. Except whatever it is, this is a great move by the Honorable Supreme Court. I really am very much glad that the Honorable Supreme Court has upheld the rule of law and pronounced this fantastic order. So that's all for today, my dear friends. Thank you very much.